You tell Dr. Cranium about your first adventures in the Spielberg Valley. He seems vaguely interested in your tales of the Baron and his children, but his eyes positively light up when you mention the Antwerp.
Ah, so you are the Spielberg hero. I went there on an Antwerp gathering expedition a few months ago. The people there are still talking about your adventures.
You continue by telling Dr. Cranium of your encounters with the eccentric wizard Erasmus, the deadly kobold magic user, and the ogress Baba Yaga.
Turned her into a frog? Oh, such poppycock. There is a perfectly straightforward scientific explanation for all of those events. There is no such thing as magic. Perhaps I should wait a day or two before resuming my Frankie experiment. It is very important that the right person stay in charge here.
The majestic mountains in the background provide a beautiful contrast to the grim gravestones and crypts of the cemetery. A fresh grave has recently been opened here. This soil has been recently removed from the open grave. Soon it will be back in place, covering another unfortunate soul. The gnarly old trunk of this tree looks climbable for one skilled in such pursuits. A heavy stone door seals off the Borgov family crypt. A relief carving on the door shows the crest of the House of Borgov. An inscription on the door says, "House of Ligeia Poe. May she rest forever." A penny shaved is a penny earned, or so they say. This gravestone is marked, "No effort could Elissa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains." Here lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave. The inscription on this headstone reads, "Michael Med bumped his head in another man's bed. Now he's dead. Rest in peace." This headstone reads, "On a dare, Pasha Sperry spent the night in the cemetery. Something gave him such a fright that now he sleeps here every night." Arkan Tenor walked at night. Arkan saw his final sight. Now the question seems to be, what in the world did Tenor see? Here lies the body of Carrie Nation, who answered a vampire's invitation. Now there's cause for lamentation, it was a fatal recreation. Here lies the spirit of Barney Blue, to his lover was untrue. So she knew just what to do, fixed herself some Barney stew. You don't notice? The bush looks a little strange, almost as though it is sitting rather than growing in its place. You say, "Hello," but there's only silence in return. tell the creature it's called the Leashy.
Ah, that's the price of too much fame. Now you've gone and guessed my name. Leashy, Leashy, look and see, in a bush or up a tree. Leashy, Leashy, riddle rhyme, can you solve them every time?
Colourful wagons surround the fire pit in this authentic Mordavian gypsy camp. You've heard that gypsies like to keep to themselves, but surely they won't mind just one visitor. You sense a feeling of wariness from around you. You are clearly not welcome here.
Go away! We allow no strangers in our camp! Leave immediately!
The gaudily painted blue wagon looks as though it belongs to a wise woman or fortune teller. It's not easy being green, but this wagon does its best. Colourful The gaudily painted... It's not easy... Colourful wagons surround the fire pit in this authentic Mordavian gypsy camp. My, what sharp teeth it has! These wolves look larger and more ferocious than any you've seen. The huge fire pit will hold a large enough fire for any occasion. A large barrel leans up against one of the wagons. This gypsy is a very handsome young man. He looks altogether too good to be real. You suspect that he spends several hours preening each morning. You greet the man and the wolves.
Leave! You are not welcome!
You introduce yourself.
We care not who you are! Just leave! These wolves will soon be at your throat if you do not go. Leave here! I lose my patience, and soon these wolves will tear your throat! We gypsies do not want strangers here. Go away, or the wolves will gnaw your bones. Go away! This camp is ours!
You have come to a beautiful garden deep within the forest. A stream flows gently in a loop around the central island. Feelings of peace and harmony permeate the area. The fruit tree is laden with luscious-looking fruits of many kinds. It must be one of the rare mixed fruit trees. It's an ornate oriental lantern. The bridge connects the pathway to the central island. Lovely flowers bloom throughout the garden. A waterfall tinkles gently down the rocky slope. Someone has dug a large hole there, perhaps removing a bush or a small tree. A cobbled stone pathway winds through the garden.